Good afternoon. Welcome into the US session. Shall we? Straight into some data. Let's check what's going on. Quite a non-active day yesterday, wasn't it? Obviously, the big push up on BTC came a little bit later in the day, so let's have a look now and see what's going on. So, highlighted this earlier on the video. Things range is just changing slightly as we progress. Value area low pulls up slightly, but yeah, let's start as we mean to go on. Let's have a quick check of where we are. Let me just zoom out there for you and have a look at what's going on. So I hope everyone's having a brilliant week. Drop in the chat what your thoughts, what's going on, how are you positioned, are you enjoying this range now that it's formed? Remains to be seen, obviously, when we break out of this smaller time frame range to higher time frame moves. I'm kind of the opinion that we're here for the next couple of weeks at least. Okay, so yesterday morning, this was your weekend action. Let's go over a few points, shall we, on big boy Bitcoin and see what we can foresee for the coming 12-24 hours. This was your weekend action. Okay, really low volume action on Bitcoin. Just marked it off there, weekend highs. Woke up yesterday morning into this zone and basically said to the guys, look, well, this was your weekly open. This was your your Asian session open into Monday European session. Didn't really want to do any business there. So I said to the guys in the TRDR Discord, look, okay, I either want to come down to the value area low of the range here, like this wick here, okay, fill some more of this space out, or I want to rise up and take those weekend highs, check if we've got some supply, okay, and then I'd be tempted to lean into a little bit of a head short in that area. A little bit of a recycled area. We've hit this zone a few times now, but if you're a range trader or enjoy trading ranges, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Okay, so yeah, not a bad area to be doing a little bit of business, I would say. Hedging some positions. Probably going to get a little bit of a battle around here right now, but that's where we are. Don't really like trading in the middle. I like to trade on the extremities of the outside of the range before any further higher time frame breakup back into trend. All right, so with that being said, we know where we are, okay, on the lower time frame trend. Let's jump into some data points, 5-minute and 15-minute charts and the like. Okay, so just a few levels marked off here. Highs of the range, lows of the range, weekly open back here that was held yesterday, bumped it up into the Asian session. I actually stayed up a little bit last night just to see what would happen around here. Got what I wanted to see, really. We hit a supply zone into these highs. We took out all those weekend highs, which was really nice to see. And yeah, we're still into a little bit of supply now. Don't need to go for everything. If you just look at the 1 to 2.5% range, there you go. Binance Spot, TUSD, Bitstamp, Coinbase Pro, Gemini, and even Qcoin getting a little bit involved now as well with some selling. Let's have a look at what those guys are doing. Yeah, so they came in actually with some aggressive bid. Remains to be seen whether this entity goes and gets filled there at that 58.8 level. Okay, but they have sold into this zone here. I'm of the opinion whenever you see something like this, it's obviously pretty far away at the minute. I'd like to go down there and test it and see if whoever that is, if they really, really want it. But yeah, Bitstamp, okay, bit market maker esque their order flow at the minute, their order books, but they've got some selling there. Coinbase Pro, quite aggressive selling here, okay, so higher time frame levels, we've obviously still got 65 there, and lower time to the lows there, 55 and 56, okay, but a little bit far off. Not going to think about those too much. It's nice to have them in mind, but not going to worry about those too much. But as you can see, Spot are doing some selling here. Binance levels, these top levels, I don't think they actually got filled. They were quite a chunky level. It held price for a certain amount of time and then disappeared, okay, but they're lower levels. You've got one there at 58 right on the weekly open there, and then you've got those lower levels there as well, 56, okay, and 55 there. Interesting to see, okay, interesting to see that Binance Perps lost a bid, okay. 1 to 2.5, 2.5 to 5 and beyond, absolutely lost the bid here. Now, yes, you've got a few levels coming in here. Not interested in those until I actually see some bid on them, okay? So it was the same case here last night. Towards the end of the US session, you've got all these offers up here, these large order blocks, resting limit orders, looking to defend price. I'm not bothered. I don't really care. All right, unless I see an overlay on them and someone starts to really sell into them and aggressively fill these orders, it doesn't matter. Okay, you've got to see those orders fill before taking action. Do they absorb the bid, or do they absorb the ask that's coming down, and then we'll look to do a bit of business. But if it's just floating orders, don't let it scare you off or make you think you need to short a position right now. Just be aware of the high levels that you need. We hadn't taken out the weekend highs. There were still some highs to be taken, and we actually went 61.2, 61.3 there we wicked up to, didn't we? So interesting. But my main point here is, okay, as we're at range highs, lower time frame, range highs, you have got no bid, okay? You've got no follow through bid. No one's pushing this up, okay? No one's stepping in, pushing this up as you're at range highs. There's no follow through whatsoever. I'm quite happy to head short positions here and then look for a drop if the crypto gods will gift us it, okay, and then bid it back up. All right, and like I said earlier on in the video, my intention, to be honest, would be because the liquidity chart is still looking quite nice. I'd want to be quite aggressive in bidding this down here, okay? So whether you're trading spot or margin or leverage, I'd be looking for quite aggressive bid down here. But up here, okay, what I've been saying is I want to be quite passive. What I mean by that is you're obviously going to be using a little bit of margin or leverage to short these positions, okay? Just lower that a little bit, okay? Just lower it a little bit, because the overall liquidity in the markets is looking very good. I do have to say that liquidity, higher time frame, is looking good. So with that being said, if we do come down into any lows again, wherever that may be, and we get demand, great. I'm going to really be quite aggressive on that and bid it back up. But yeah, as we can see now, absolutely no one's interested here at all, and even flashes of sells there just coming up on USDT Binance Perps. Top boys at Binance Perps there. Yeah, so let's see what we get. Happy to hold shorts here. Okay, so just speaking of that liquidity, I know we did look at it the other week, but I'm just going to show you quickly again because it is suggestive of higher time frame risk on. So let me just go to a 4 hour here for you. Okay, so I'm really zooming out here, aren't I? But if you just check the liquidity here, if you're unfamiliar with this template, go check Liquidity King template and video. I have just adjusted the parameters here. Higher time frame, looking good, okay? Load of contracts wiped out in the perps books. Spot books, pretty chilled, okay? Very chilled. Open interest just a little bit high. So if we were to get another drop down to range lows, that could wipe your open interest while the liquidity is still low and looking good. Absolutely brilliant. It's just what I want to see in a kind of price auction, Price got absolutely decimated here. Brilliant. V-shape back up. Was that to be expected? I didn't expect a V-shape back up. I was away on a little bit of holiday there. But this now, okay, this price auction, yeah? Who wants it more? Buyers or sellers? That's where we are, and we're going to be here for a couple of weeks, I would imagine, okay? So if you range trading this, day trading, whatever, I think there's a lot of opportunities because the order flow has been absolutely on point, okay? Let's go check out Vitalik's coin, Ethereum, because I believe this was a better risk-reward short. Why do I say that? Look at these levels here, absolutely defending or wanting to fill an aggressive defense of this level, or they want to fill an absolutely nuke it back down. Alex, yo. Yeah, DK's on Discord. Okay, so DK's on Discord. You can get involved in there. I'm keeping to the YouTube for this one, Tuesday and probably Thursday as well, just so we can timestamp this one as well. Obviously, YouTube, it kind of records. And we can timestamp this. It was a big, just to cover that quickly, it was a big request we got a while ago. We used to always do them on Discord or Telegram back in the day, actually. And there was a big request for people saying, can we record the live streams? Hence why we started doing the YouTube. It's actually one of the only reasons started doing the YouTube, and I'm quite enjoying it now, to be honest. I do quite like doing it. Okay, right. So Vitalik, he needs that dick pic out again, don't he, to raise prices, because this is absolutely brilliant. So this was the weekend. Okay, so this was the weekend. This was actually Sunday. I wasn't too interested in trading this right here, right now, with it being a weekend. Obviously, you can get some good setups on a weekend. You can. But, you know, while you're away, trying to enjoy yourself a little bit, you can't manage them properly. It's just a case of hard stops in. And then, you know, not hoping for the best. The data's right, and you got a result here. This was a nice short from the weekend. Yo, Rude Soup. Rude's been calling it well, as always, in the Discord. But, like I said, from the weekend, we came down, okay, and the plan always on a Monday, okay, I wanted to rise back up, take out those weekend highs, and then look for a rotation. And, yeah, I mean, I had to stay up till 1:30am, 2am my time last night to get fills up here. But it was worth it, okay? Really, really good risk reward. Shared those trades in the academy, private academy section of the Discord. Said lads and girls and lads. I said, look, I'm going short here. I'm starting to get some short positions here. This is just what I wanted. This was my plan all day yesterday. So all day yesterday, this was just nothingness, absolute nothingness, was it? Nothing. Middle of the range. I mean, if you were scalping a day trade in this, I guess you could say, you know, it's very a kind of valid long in hindsight, okay? Because you're just watching, you're just seeing now price action move up. But there's you would have had to have your stop below this light top level here, okay? So I don't really like trading in the middle down here. I'm quite happy to sit out and say, right, give me offers up here, or even throw it down to this level here at this 2500, you know, throw it down here, and then we'll do some bid. Subsequently, actually, these bids are fading, aren't they? Anyway, so absolutely perfect. Planned for this, executed well with it yesterday and last night, despite the fact I was half asleep at 2am. And then just said, put in the private Discord, said, right, I'm filling some shorts here, I'm off to bed. Let's have a look at it tomorrow. Rude says he's not trading for 4 days. What? Have you banned yourself, sir? Have you banned yourself? So yeah, chopping about a little bit now, to be expected, but same on ETH. You have got, let me just have a recheck. Obviously, demand can be quite dynamic and come in straight away. Yeah, BTC bouncing now, but you've got no major bid on ETH either. Let me just check perps there. Yeah, not a lot on perps. Let me just quickly check, go back to BTC, see what's happening as it bounces. Yeah, BTC bouncing about. Let's have a look. Yeah, to be expected. US session, a little bit of volatility, nothing wrong with that. Probably just going to fill a bit more supply. If it does break through here and stop us out, that's absolutely fine, because I'm of the opinion I'd rather just let the price action prove me wrong here. You're in a supply zone at the range highs. Lower time frame range highs obviously appreciated. Just let the price action prove you wrong. I think this is just a bit of volatility. It wouldn't surprise me seeing a little wick like that if we just... What did that wick up to there? 60.09. What did it do on spot? 60. Yeah, similar kind of levels. Yeah, let's see what we get. It wouldn't surprise me if this just fades and comes back down, because it'll be you'll have a few people in this US session. Obviously, the ringing of the US session stock market bell doesn't affect us really too much, does it? But you just get that volume kick with the US guys and the like coming in and throwing a little bit more volume and weight in the market. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if this is, you know, some market positions opening and closing. But as I say, you can see from the books, not a lot to see here really. Another one that was quite good and looking very, very juicy yesterday was Soy Boy Solana. So Sol, I did actually long yesterday. I'll show you that in a second, but I was very aware of these spot top levels above. Quite rare to see this on Sol. Again, range in asset, probably going to do similar things to Bitcoin at the minute. Maybe we get a slight rise in dominance or something. But yeah, I was quite happy to see this on Sol. I did actually get a cheeky little bit of a long on Sol yesterday just to get the juices flowing first thing on a Monday morning. Okay, so just using these perps walls here, was of the opinion I could see that the order blocks higher on spot, was of the opinion BTC might float up. Okay, wasn't too sure, but might float up. So just using these perps walls, a little bit of a long on sol yesterday, and away we go. Nice to see it's coming down from the spot order blocks now though. And yeah, BTC, we'll keep an eye on that in a second. Another one, and you can just see here, supply zone on sol, supply zone on ETH. And BTC is not printing at a big supply zone here, but there's just lackluster bid, isn't there? Okay. Another one, trading yesterday, shared this again with the Academy guys, and I wish I'd held it all the way through. I didn't, to be honest. I only clipped a few % off this. Was whiff. Okay, so the hat stays on. Whatever you think of this asset, there's a lot of people trading it, and it's got really good order books. Okay, so the more people that trade this asset, the better the order flow for us. So said in private to a couple of guys, yep, low in this, and even when we're down here, I said it's a risky one because I don't know what ETH or BTC is going to do, but your risk was this top level here. There was actually 2 order blocks there. Okay, so hiding under those order blocks if these guys wanted to fill. And away we go, and I won't be shy about it. I posted some P&Ls in the private academy, but I wish I'd held this. I didn't. I clipped it around here somewhere just for a little day trade, just to get the juices flowing. But yeah, just to show you one of the sell sides as well that I actually missed on whiff is this one. Look at that. So this is exactly what you want to see, and especially seeing as it's on spot. In a minute, I'm going to show you a trade that got invalidated as well today. So yeah, really, really good on spot. Absolutely beautiful trade. If you're seeing this on spot, it's almost fire and forget. If you can execute in this zone here, okay, so I'm on a 5-minute chart. You've got a good half an hour or so there to get in. You've got about a 2% risk, even if you take profit there for a nice 4% or something, okay? If it was a bit of a fire and forget trade, okay, and you wanted to leave it for a couple of days, you're of the opinion that whiff is going to go a lot lower. Even this wick here shouldn't have stopped you out, because this wick here was below this top level. Okay, so if you had balls of steel and you managed your risk well and you held it, you could have been in for a good 10% or more there on that trade. So just wanted to highlight that some of these coins, whatever you may think of them, they have absolutely brilliant order books. All right, guys, so worth keeping an eye on. Something we traded earlier today was Pepe, and it actually got invalidated at first, but it's actually coming into some spot supply now. So yeah, I do always prefer, I've been asked this before, I do prefer to see spot supply, demand and order blocks. Nothing wrong with perps. Perps can be brilliant on the sell side, of course, okay? But one trade that did get invalidated earlier was Pepe right here. Let me just zoom into that. Okay, so flowing up, you're in a supply zone as dictated by the white blocks here. Okay, this is my aggregated 1 to 10%, all exchanges, supply or demand in the grey. You're in a supply zone, and yeah, this was this order block here, and this was really, really heavy selling by perps, maybe some profit taking, a heavy profit taking or something. But again, a little bit of a fire and forget trade. Stops above the top level here. I think I was in from, can't remember where it was, back here somewhere. Still well within like 1.5% risk. Went and made a coffee, came back, bang, stopped out. So that was a mad one, just to show that, you know, you can get these invalidations. You've got to manage your risk. But yeah, spot market is selling into Pepe a little bit here, and they're actually just dropping these top levels a little bit. Certainly no demand from spot on Pepe right here, right now. Okay, so yeah, I'd like to rotate a little bit lower if we can get it. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing. Yeah, nothing to see here really too much. Still got supply there, still got supply from Bitstamp. Coinbase are selling into this a little bit as well. So yeah, not a lot to see. You pretty much, and if ever you see rotations up like this, the way I look at this sort of thing is, if you look left, I'm on a 5-minute chart, you're pretty much at the same price as you were my time, 8 o'clock this morning. You're at the same price as you were on the European Open, okay? So let's see. We could get a bit of a higher push here. Mentioned in the video earlier, we certainly could go to 62 or more before any further larger pullbacks. I don't think we're ready to break right up into 65 yet, seeing this supply, okay? I think when that time comes, it will be pretty obvious. And areas like this, you won't mess around like this. It'll be pretty much straight through. It'll be pretty much straight through. No one will get a chance. It'll be see you later. See you in 2025, 2026 for a gigatop. Speculation, obviously. But yeah, you won't see any of this. It'll just rip straight through it when we eventually go. So yeah. Rude says, I don't see any setups in the market. Peter is last week, yeah, kind of, but happy to see. Yeah, I mean, obviously, a lot of the time when we're on these lives and even in the Discord and the Telegrams, most of the time we're talking about day trades, aren't we? You know, most of the time when we're posting, it's nice to speculate on higher time frame targets. But I'm certainly not one to do that right here, right now. You know, even if we come down, say we are gifted some lows again at 55. You'd want to get long down there with good execution, good risk reward, with as big a size as you can possibly, okay? But then when that long's in place, I like price to run away from my entry, okay? Manage risk. Maybe you just leave it because you've bought good demand and you want price to prove you wrong. Like here, selling supply, I want price to prove me wrong. But then as soon as you're in that trade, I don't start thinking, here we go, 72k, here we go, 65k. It's absolutely pointless for me. I will get in, manage risk with as much size as I can possible, and then manage it up, okay? And then, you know, say you rotate back up to these levels again, I'd be looking for weaker supply that you can just blast through, you know? Are there any bare volume divs? No, we're still, you know, volume still rising, open interest rising. We're opening new contracts into this area. It still looks good. Right, I'm going to manage my risk on that long, and let's see what we get. Yeah, so yeah, typical start to the US session here. A little bit of a bounce. Let's review as we go. Interesting. I always find it interesting in these situations as well. It's good. It depends how you read it, really. It's good to see sometimes when Bitcoin gets a bit of a better bounce, like it's just had now, and stuff like ETH and Sol is just like, look at this. I mean, I'm on the old classic H&A candles that I know some of you guys don't like. But ETH and Sol right here, right now, they're just like, let me just go to Sol. Sol will be the same. Yeah, they're not even bothered, are they? They're not even awake right now. So it'll take a big, and again, we could push it a bit higher, but I think it's going to take a very, very large market bid to push this a lot higher. Just looking at our aggregated depth, obviously 62k is going to be the big level there, isn't it? Okay, so 62k is going to cost you just over 650 million to push price up there. Not out the question. And then to the downside as well, 60k is at the minute quite well defended, 450 million, but then 59k has to be noted as well, taking into account the 60 and the 59, 715 million to break that down. Okay, so yeah, it's going to take a little bit of volume to push it either way. We'll just see how this session goes. I hope it's a little bit more of a volatile session than yesterday for everyone. I think it could be. I think we could be in for a good week. Don't forget, you've got US stuff going on. You've got Jackson Hole with Mr. Powell. I think it's starting on Thursday or Friday. I think he might be talking Friday, though. Often at these events, he might give hints and consideration to certain rate cuts that might be incoming. So just something to be aware of. All right, guys. So, yeah. I do have to say, I've not been looking at many other alts, apart from yesterday, a couple of day trades. I'm not too interested in certainly looking at longing any alts when Bitcoin, ETH and Sol, your main players here, are in this little bit of a supply zone. And, you know, when I'm of the opinion I'm looking for a little bit of a rotation lower, I don't particularly want to be looking for alts to play on the long side, okay? And I do have to say, I did flick through the market earlier. I'm just going to go through my alerts now. I've not really seen many setups, to be honest. I think there was a couple yesterday, Whiff and obviously Sol were the better ones just for a little bit of day trade up. But I've not seen, yeah, I mean, I'm not getting too many alerts here. Rune, what's Rune doing? Rune's getting a nice move up. But again, you know, there is some supply hanging around on Rune there. Yeah, not much to say there really. So look, if you've got any alts that you needed to look at, drop in the comments now or forever hold your peace, and we can have a look at it together. Okay. Otherwise, yeah, just concentrating on the larger assets personally for me today and tomorrow really. They're in a nice range. I like trading a range, so happy to play and do a bit of business here. There was a few coins that were quite high up yesterday, wasn't there? ARPA was one. ARPA was one. I was watching this level up here, but it's just, I don't want to get involved here. If it had come up here and tested this level a couple of times, it might have, you know, it could have been quite nice. Well done if you did get in there, but I didn't see any edge while we were up there, to be honest. Not close enough to that top level for me. So let's have a look at I'll tell you one thing, order books like for some of your old school legacy coins like DOT and ADA, Cardano and stuff like that, they're absolutely dead. No one, look at this, no one is trading these assets whatsoever. They are just floating around with BTC, to be honest. No one is trading these assets whatsoever. So find order books that give you good risk reward, like we just looked at WIF, like we've just looked at Sol and the like. You want more people trading them because it gives you good data to trade with. AVAC's floating up here, but again, there's really lackluster order books here. Pep's getting quite aggressive. That's quite good to see. Even Baker's been a little bit better recently. And a few others like that. So let's just go and have a look at quickly I just want to check what CRV is doing, because that's been absolutely ripping recently, doing really well. He's just chopping here, not much edge there in spot. And another one that's been doing really well, and I do have to say I missed the day trade long on it yesterday. Actually, it was down into this demand zone here. I looked at it once, and classic Nick, thought about that, and if it had just tested it a couple more times, I was going to get involved. Hindsight trade, went for some lunch yesterday, dinner, sorry, and it just went already. But yeah, really good day trade. DeFi coins are moving quite well. I'm going to have a look at a couple of the old school coins with you. Drop us in the chat if you need us to look at any. Just want to see what Link's doing. Not a lot really. God, it's back at $10. That's a shame, isn't it, for Link? LTC. Something to note on LTC. I would have liked a big push up on LTC to this order block here at 69, but yeah, again, you can just see from the order books there's no overlays here. No one's really trading it at all. So yeah, I was prepared if LTC really kicked up into this 69 level to put a bit of a short position on that as well. Not to be. Okay, XRP, no one interested in it. This is your spot chart as well, so really no order flow here on XRP either, to be honest. Yeah, nice move up from the weekend into Monday, same as Bitcoin and the rest of them. Let's see what we get. Other coins. What's Doge doing? Let's have a look at Doge. Yeah, not a lot really, is it? Yeah, not a lot really. Don't forget as well, if you've got any console questions, just give us a shout. Give us a shout if you've got any console questions while we watch what the other assets are doing, see if anything's quite high up, anything that's had a really big push up. Not really. Maker has a nice chart now and again. Pendle getting defended, 2.77, not bad. I wouldn't trust that though if Bitcoin wants to take a little bit of a rotation down. RSI, I think someone pointed that out to me actually. I can't see much edge in it though, really, not like the order blocks that you see on some of the others. So yeah, we'll see. Let's watch Bitcoin for the next few minutes then, see what we get. Bear in mind, don't get excited by moves like this. You are literally at the same price you were as the European Open at 8 AM this morning, my time, okay? Still a little bit of supply on, okay, from Coinbase Pro. From Bitstamp, Qcoin are selling into this. They've got that level lower that we've seen already. And yeah, Binance Spot have got a little bit of pressure on here, but not too much. Other perps exchanges, BitMEX, Coin M, they've got some selling going on here. Same with Bitfinex. And as mentioned, the order books on Binance were the biggest exchanges with regards to data we've got. Look at that. Absolutely desolate. It's really not what you want to see for a massive push up, to be honest. Really, really not what you want to see. Yeah, quick look at funding then. Going slightly negative on Bybit now. We can check this on the Volume King as well, obviously. Bit mediocre on that. Yeah, so nothing to see. I don't think there's been too much edge on funding, to be honest. It's been all over the place, hasn't it? Let me check Volume King then. Yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of talk about this open interest earlier. We have had a big rise in open interest, lower time frame. You know, if you're going to get a bigger breakout, then it is going to rise a lot higher. But you know, you're going to see this when you're at these pivotal highs and lows and stuff, really. You've got a lot of contracts changing hands. So yeah, would have liked to, for this push to have a bigger bearish divergence. It hasn't at the minute, really. You're probably going to have to go to, obviously, slightly slower look back on this Volume King template. So I'll just go, if I just go to a lower time frame, that's what I tend to do instead of changing the look back. What you are starting to see is, if you did want to go and test these highs here, just over 61 on Bitcoin, I'm still quite happy to see that on lower time frame, you are creating bearish divergences. Why are you creating bearish divergences? No one's entering the market, okay? No new bigger boys are entering the market here. They're actually offloading a little bit. So that is perps and spot, open interest high. What do we see from retail? Retail was shorting all day yesterday. They got absolutely punished, okay, because it was too early. Wait. Stay up till 2 a.m. like I did. We are now at the highs. What do retail do? Oh, shit, it's breaking out. We're going to long into this, okay? So, perfect. Happy to stay short. Thanks for the liquidity. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's see what we get. We'll watch this for a second. Yo, Roth, how you doing? Yeah, so jump in. If you've got any questions, jump in. Grab a link from below if you want a free trial on the console. Okay, if you're in need of a little bit more help, let me just show you this. Okay, so there is some free stuff on here. Okay, so CoinCarl's risk reward, really good. Read that. Only a 10-minute read, so read it 3 times and let it imprint in your brain. If you're unfamiliar with the console, first thing you should be doing is dropping into the order book overlay by the boss, DK. Okay, it explains everything, okay? Free stuff. You've got my videos here. What I'm due to do soon, actually, is I will update these and refresh them because they are getting on a little bit. One thing I wouldn't mind refreshing is Liquidity King as we set new parameters, okay? So, free videos there. Go check those out. Bennett, Bitcoin Trading Challenge. Bennett's got his videos on here as well. OG Bennett videos on there. But if you're really struggling, okay, jump in and this can offer you a bit more edge in your trading. Really in-depth course that we've built, myself and the guys. Access to the private free Discord as well. Table of contents for a sneaky peek. Absolutely loads in there. Absolutely loads in there. Really good, in-depth. I'm sure it will give you more edge in your trading. And yeah, the feedback that we've had from DMs and stuff I've had anyway in the Discord, in the Telegram, has been really good. I think it's opened a lot of people's eyes with regards to supply demand dynamics, you know, what's going on in the market and the like. Similar that I try and push to people, really, you know what moves price, you know, supply demand, bid and ask. That's all you need to know. Okay, what makes price patterns? Okay, so what makes your triangle? What makes your wave pattern? What makes your Ganfan? What makes your whatever? Okay, price action, bid ask. Okay, that's what's making it. Yeah. So what's ETH doing? ETH doesn't want to go up. Sol is shit in the bed because the SEC's after it. I don't know what's going on with that. Good luck, SEC. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, so we'll see what we get. Right then, any other assets we need to look at or any other charts? I've shown you liquidity charts, shown you volume king, shown you the range we're in. I mean, higher time frame, if you go and check a weekly 21, we're actually just sat under the weekly 21, to be honest. Need to reclaim that. It is around that 61.2, 61.3 level. Okay, so when we do take that, it's certainly a sign for larger amount of risk on. But that's kind of not the way. You know, I wouldn't wait for that. As I say, if it came down into the lows, I'd be aggressive. With demand, with some order blocks, I'd want to be getting risk on, wherever that may be. I've no opinion if we do rotate down where we're going. Okay, simply watch the order flow as we go. You know, sometimes on those head shorts, don't even definitely set a stop, hard stop straight away. Sometimes I don't even set a TP. It's just a case of watching it as it goes. All right, guys. So yeah, jump in. If you are unfamiliar with this console, join the Telegram, join the Discord. Links are below. I'm sure the link's up to date. I think the Discord link updates now and again, doesn't it, for invites and stuff. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, just show you. So yeah, Monday, big week ahead in the markets. Very clean levels to trade on large caps. BTC now looking for Bitcoin to take the weekend highs. This was first thing yesterday morning, before any rotation lower. Okay, so got that marked out. These were your weekend highs. We've now took them. We're in a supply zone, so happy with that. And then I posted that one. I think that was about 2 a.m. last night. Weekend highs taken on fat supply, fat chunky supply, or it was as I was looking at it. It can obviously fade across assets, ETH, Sol as well. Let's rotate. Okay, started using Blofin exchange. Highly recommend it. Absolute shitload of pairs on there. Good liquidity as well. If you want a cheeky little bonus, okay, grab a link from below as well and join us there. Very impressed with Blofin, and yeah, using it via the Teal Street terminal as well, which was a recommendation from a couple of guys in the TRDR Social. DK recommended that as well. I'm not sure what exchange he's using actually with it, but yeah, Teal Street terminal. I used to use in Silico a while ago, but Teal Street, yeah, very, very impressed with it. And I do like their P&L cards as well. Their P&L cards are absolutely brilliant. Where is it? Yeah, look at these P&L cards. Absolutely brilliant. Cheeky little day trades. ICP, that one. Absolutely brilliant. Look at this. You just hit random background on the rune. Another one. Just little day trades. Share those. More often than not, I share my P&Ls with the private academy. I don't really like to shield P&Ls on Twitter or any of the other socials, to be honest. One, I don't think anyone gives a flying fuck. The odd random P&L card doesn't mean anything in particular, really. Anyone can clip a couple of good trades. It's more about equity curve, isn't it? So yeah, started with a new exchange just over this last week or so. Partnered up with Blofin, so yeah, might do in the future. Put a few quid on Blofin. Might share my equity curve in the coming months, or I might just save it until the end of 2025, 2026. And show you that I nuked my account 5 times in a row. Only joking. We hope that we all do well, don't we? We hope that we all do well. So yeah, not a lot to see on Bitcoin, to be honest. Bitcoin tends to do this sort of thing, you know. I know you guys are all pretty familiar with it, but if you're not familiar, sometimes you can get in these short positions and it can take hours. You know, I've known you know, especially on the long side as well, where it's really feeling demand. I've known Bitcoin hold these kind of zones for 24, 48 hours or more, and you've just got to manage your risk. Okay, don't let, if you're buying demand or selling into supply, shorting into supply, thank you, Binance, just selling into it a little bit more. Don't let yourself get scared out with the position. That's all I was going to say. Okay, these things can take time to play out. You're in a supply zone. You're at the value area high of the range highs. You've taken out these weekend highs. You've got no demand here. You need to go find some demand. You know, nice area to hedge a little short. But yeah, all right, guys, look, we'll call it a day there. We'll keep it a quick one because I'll do another live session for us this week. And we'll review where we have gone from here. So if there's no more questions, let's keep it chilled. I'll be around in the socials if anybody needs anything. DK is probably still on the Discord live, okay, so you can go join him there. But as I say, this one is recorded, obviously, and I will timestamp it after the stream. Cheers, Rude, mate. So yeah, yo, Swap, how you doing? So yeah, let's go find a bid. You know, let's go find a bid. Manage your risk. I'm of the opinion of I will let price action stop me out here. To be honest, depends on you how you executed this. My risk is just above 62. It's a light hedge short. Okay, not aggressive up here. I am of the opinion we need to rotate down. We are in a range. I think we could be here for a couple of weeks on Bitcoin. Okay, into the beginning of September. Do we put in some lows this week and then go find some bid? That would be absolutely Gucci balls, wouldn't it? Right. So hope everyone has a brilliant week. If anyone needs anything or any templates you've seen today, go and join us in the socials. Grab a link from below. Hope everyone has a brilliant week. We'll speak soon. Cheers, guys.